Governor Sam Brownback, during his campaign in 2010, talked about how to grow the Kansas economy. And he had some specific measurable goals in his roadmap for Kansas, including how do we increase the net income of Kansas families and how do we increase the private sector employment in the state of Kansas. We've also talked a lot about how we can increase the capital flow in Kansas so the businesses and families can have more money, one for disposable income, but businesses so that they can reinvest in their companies and hire people, buy equipment, do things they need to do to grow their business in Kansas. We've been working and going out across the state talking to economists, talking to business owners, talking to citizens of Kansas about tax policy for the last 6 to 8 months. And have now proposed a revision of the Kansas tax structure that we think will be a great pro-growth tax policy for the state of Kansas. Will make us a national example of state tax policy and will make us very competitive within our region and nationally to attract people to the state of Kansas, attract new businesses. We heard time and time again that one of the best economic growth policies, particularly in the situation we're in today in our economy, is to lower the marginal rates as much as you can lower marginal rates for Kansans and businesses. And so one of our first goals is to reduce marginal rates as low as we can reduce them while not trying to affect the budget by doing so. So we are proposing going from 3 brackets in our tax policy to 2 brackets, lowering the top bracket to be competitive with our 6-state region. We'll be the second lowest personal income tax rate state in our region. Colorado will be just below us. We're proposing 4.9% upper bracket. We're lowering the lower bracket from down to 3%. So we'll have 2 brackets, and they'd be much lower than they are today. We think that'll be great for Kansas families. It'll certainly help bring more disposable income to families. And on top of that, small business pays through the personal income tax form. So we are going to do something special for small business. We're actually taking small business income to 0 income tax. We think this will be a great asset to the state of Kansas in helping our small businesses that are here today grow, but also attracting small businesses to the state of Kansas. We want to become a center for entrepreneurship and innovation in this region and certainly in the country, and we think this will be a great step forward. We hear time and time again that small business is the engine that grows the economy. This will be a great opportunity for them to increase their capital flow, to hire jobs, and to reinvest into their businesses. So we think this will be a great policy for the state of Kansas. Those are the main points. What we're trying to do too is by doing that we're going to broaden the tax base in the state of Kansas. We're moving towards a fairer, simpler, flatter tax in the state of Kansas, which means then that you broaden your tax base to make this happen. So we are talking about some deductions. We're talking about credits that are available in the tax code, and we'll be making recommendations on changing some of those so that we can broaden that tax base and help everybody pay a little bit more so that the tax rates can come down. We're real pleased that we're having a great opportunity in South Central Kansas in oil exploration. We certainly have been talking to the folks that are involved in that new play in South Central Kansas, and we'll be offering some changes, but changes that we don't think will hinder that great development in South Central Kansas. So at the end of the day, this tax proposal that we're putting out certainly will increase the disposable income of Kansans. It will increase our population according to the economic models we're running. It certainly will bring new jobs and create new jobs for the state of Kansas. So we're real pleased to present this and real pleased to work with the legislature. We've been static for about 10 years now in our Kansas economy. We think this will be the spur that we need to grow the economy going forward.